first Saturday of October brings us to the Swamp. Steve Spurrier, Florida Field at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. To add to the buildup of a top 10 matchup, it's homecoming in Gainesville. A time normally reserved for easy prey to chomp on. Not today for the Gators, though. The Auburn Tigers are in town with freshman quarterback sensation Bo Nix looking to spoil the party for Gator Nation. And with that, the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings us to Gainesville, Florida. On a hot October day and a top 10 matchup here at the Swamp for the first time in 7 years. Number 7 Auburn to face the number 10 Gators of Florida.
Scholarships are awarded.
The 84th meeting between these two teams in SEC play. We welcome you, everybody. Brad Nussler with Gary Danielson. Jamie Erdahl will join us on the field momentarily. I say the 84th meeting, but they haven't gotten together in a long time. And finally they do, and not only homecoming, big game, but Gary, this is a start of a big couple of months for the SEC.
The SEC has 5 undefeated teams in the top 10 over the last 9 weeks of the college football season. Those 5 teams will play each other 7 different times. Button up the seatbelts. We're in for a great finish in the SEC.
This is the 3rd time in a month we've had a freshman quarterback starting for an SEC team. There couldn't be a more strange contrast between Bo Nix on one side, Kyle Trask on the other.
Bo Nix only wanted to go to one school, and that was Auburn. Only one school wanted Kyle Trask, and that was Florida. Bo Nix took over his very first game as a true freshman, and he is the guy that has brought this undefeated team. Kyle Trask had to wait 4 years for his first start for the Gators, but now he's their hope. If Kyle Trask doesn't play well, or Bo Nix doesn't play well, the true freshman, they won't be undefeated much longer.
Kyle Trask stuck around. Talk about sticking around. The Auburn Tigers, some of those cats on their defensive line stuck around, or they'd be playing in the NFL already, and they're pretty good.
Much like Clemson last year, the Auburn defensive line has come back for one more year. These guys could have been playing in the NFL. They've come back, and guys like Derek Brown have been unblockable so far for this offense, this defensive line for Auburn. The strength of their team is block those 4 guys up front, starting with number 5. In my mind, the matchup of the day is not the offensive line. I think the defensive line for Florida must match that intensity for Auburn. If they don't, I don't see how they can win.
They've got 24 sacks. They've got 9 interceptions from that defense, and they've heard all week about how good Auburn's defense is. Gators think they're pretty good, too. We think we got a pretty good matchup. Hang around from Gainesville.